True, you ride the finest horse I've ever seen, standing 16, 1 or 2, with eyes wild and green. You ride the horse so well, hands light to the touch. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Ride on, see you. I could never go with you no matter how I wanted to. Hey, Vinyl community, it's Mazzy here, and this is yet another contest entry, because you can't have too many contests in the VC, in the vinyl community, and this is for David Newton and his lovely wife, Erin. Hello, David. Hello, Erin. And this is the Erin's Go Bragh contest. Now, I did promise myself I wasn't going to do an accent because I butcher everybody's accents here. Not that you two have an accent, but, well, actually, Erin's got a southern drawl, sort of, at least from the west coast of America's point of view. David doesn't seem to, so, but who cares? We're all Americans here. Well, we're all world travelers here. Not lately, but anyway. This is a kind of a fun contest. This is for St. Patrick's Day, and it's to showcase some of your favorite Irish records, 1 or 2, or so. What I'm going to do is not so different, but I'm just going to keep it as simple as I can for this one. Also, I did see Brian's from Shamrock and Records. I think I saw him first, and then I saw David's. I missed the official announcement, and then I went back and obviously I watched it because I need to educate myself when I do these videos. So I'm going to showcase first only 2 artists on compact discs. As you see, I have a lot of compact discs, and I have a ton of CDs of Irish music. But I'm only going to, aside from these 2 artists at the beginning here, I'm only going to showcase vinyl, and I'm literally not going to even talk about it. I'm going to play a few Irish jigs and then go on with the music. So I'll be right back after this, and we'll turn the music up again, and we'll get going. Do you like my little river dance imitation? No, you didn't. I know you didn't. So, without further ado, the 2 artists I'm going to try to do an intro and an outro by playing them are brothers. And the most famous one is probably the most famous folk singer in Ireland, and I'm a huge fan. I don't have any on vinyl, only compact discs, and that's the great Christy Moore. If you don't have any Christy Moore music, you're really deficient in Irish music. I went to Ireland once in the, I'd say 97, 98. I went to a wedding. We flew in and spent about 4 or 5 days in Dublin. And then the wedding was out in Glendalough. So I went out to Glendalough and went to the wedding. My family, 3 of us were there. And here's just some Christy Moore CDs. By the way, the music playing in the background is going to all be just a random mix of the Chieftains. To me, one of the most important semi-traditional and progressive also Irish bands. Mostly instrumental, but I think I got turned on to them from Stanley Kubrick's film that he used some of their music in, the one with Ryan O'Neal. Okay, Anyway, his brother is Luca Bloom, and these are fantastic records, especially the first Warner Brothers records. There's sort of a modern take on Christy Moore. Not that Christy Moore is old-fashioned, but I would say Luca Bloom's a little more progressive, and I saw him twice in San Francisco at the Great American Music Hall. Love this. I think probably his most famous or his most popular is the acoustic motorbike. Anyway, there you go with that. So, without further ado, let's get on with the vinyl showcase. Since there is always a Beatle connection, I'm starting with two Beatle songs, and that would be Luck of the Irish by John Lennon. That's on his problematic but very interesting Sometime in New York City album. And these are the only two I'm going to talk to, then I'm just going to showcase all the rest. If you had the luck of the Irish, you'd be sorry and wish you were dead. You should have the luck of the Irish, and you wish you was English instead. 1,000 years of torture and hunger drove the people away from their land. A land full of beauty and wonder was raped by the British brigands. Goddamn, goddamn. And John Lennon does have Irish in his blood, so he was perfect. Around a couple years later, Paul got in the act, and this was actually, it was probably the same year, 1972. So John and Paul separately, independently, I can't remember who did theirs first. You can look it up. Lick it up. You can look it up too, and not just lick it up. But this is a French single from 1972 of Wings. McCartney and Wings is Give Ireland Back to the Irish. Beautiful label. And on the B side is a dub version, or what they call version, instrumental version, sort of. If you know what version is, it's basically a dub version. Came from reggae, where there was just a different mixes and things without the vocals. So there's my John and Paul Beatle connection for this video. So now I'm just gonna pretty much showcase these records. Again, there's a lot of bands missing. Most of the bands missing I have on compact disc, but they're like the Cranberries I don't have on vinyl. Roy Gallagher don't have on vinyl, things like that. So there's gonna be quite a few missing, but showcase yours. Anyway, I'm just gonna go through them. And in some cases, like Van Morrison, I just picked a few of his albums because he has such a huge collection. I already did a full feature on Van Morrison anyway. So I pulled 4 or 5 of my favorites of Van Morrison that are representative of what I like about him, the Irish lad, Van Morrison. Anyway, here we go after this. I need to speed up the music a little bit.
Day in England, just as cause. Mary watches everything in her living room alone. Television's flickering, will bore you down. Everything is changing, the outside world. There are signs of rearranging the softer spoken words. The man talking whispers of a woman or a girl. Things are all changing.
I wish you all the best for St. Patrick's Day. Pour a pint for me. I love a dark Guinness with a thick head on it. Now, if you haven't tasted Guinness in Ireland, you haven't tasted Guinness. It's a different thing. Basically, it's food. You understand why the people of Ireland love it so much. We drove around, and literally every hour we stopped at a pub somewhere, driving around the Irish countryside and stopped for a Guinness. And it wasn't like you were drinking and driving at all. It was like stopping for a snack. It's Guinness in America doesn't compare. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyway, Mazzy loves you, and David and Erin, congratulations on your successes. And you know, Erin, David has a passion with music, and enjoy it, because when someone's happy with a hobby and has something there, it just kind of keeps them on an even keel, in my opinion. But what do I know? Anyway, Mazzy loves you all, and take care. Thank you. This is a little end track here, hopefully.
You can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. See that girl, watch that scene, digging the dancing queen. Friday night and the lights are low, looking out for a place to go, where they play the right music, getting in the swing. You've got to look the king. Anybody can be that guy. The night is young and the music's high. Feel the rhythm of music, everything is fine. You're in the mood for dance. And when you get the chance, you are the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. Dancing queen, feel the beat of the tambourine. You can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. See that girl, watch that scene, digging the dancing queen.